Hey guys, how we doing? It's your good old EC the Gas Man, back with another one yet again. Today I'd like to go over the G&P WOC Desert Warrior, so I don't know what it is. It's the tan challenge kit that E-Vike sells. I'm gonna tell you right off, exterior wise, this gun is a lot different than obviously you get it. The Desert Warrior Magpul version, as this is, comes with MOE stock, which, well, this just does not have anymore. I decided to get rid of it. MOE handguards, which, as you can see, doesn't have anymore. Comes with the, we can get it in here, there we go, Magpul, nice stamp body, you know, it's not just a sticker, and has MOE PTS grip, and it also comes with, pull it out of here real quick, a PMAG. Sit that aside. Okay, now my personal first impressions of the exterior and furniture of this gun is nice. The exterior build quality is good. It's what I expected from a Magpul licensed gun, especially one being produced by G&P. Now, that being said, that's kind of where my excitement stopped once I got the gun together. As you can tell, I've got a lot of external modifications, and this big ass suppressor does have a point. There is a much longer barrel in here. This is actually a DMR project of mine. This can actually only fire semi-automatic. It's a video I will show, involves the selector switch. It's not something that I came up with, it's something I found. I just figure I'm going to I'll do another video for it, explain how to do it, just so it's easier to find for you. Okay, now, before we get into the gun, we'll just go over a few more basic externals. The one thing that it also does come with, which is not on mine, is it does come with a rear flip-up backup sight. It has a normal triangle post, which I don't have on mine anymore. But, just like any other gas gun, it sounds really nice. Sounds actually a little bit better when you've actually got the mag in it. Pretty satisfying. Okay, where shall we go from here? I guess we should crack it open. Okay, now while I'm going to say a few things while I'm opening it up. I was very disappointed with the build quality of this gun internally. I've got a series of parts in front of me that I will show you that have broken since I've had this, and I actually personally have not fielded this gun. A buddy of mine did, and he didn't even field it a full day. And it's, the wear in the gun isn't bad. I've just been there. Things didn't necessarily wear; they just broke. Which, it's a G&P gun. I paid $280 for a gun I had to put together, and I can tell you right now, I'm not being cocky, this gun wasn't getting put together any better. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I am just going to separate, arrest these I'm going to take out my bolt here, I'm going to set that aside, so we're going to go over that, and I'm going to separate the upper receiver from the lower. Do that real quick. I think. There we go. Because anything I need to talk about up here is already out of the gun. My hop up in this gun is aftermarket, is same with my barrel. My inner barrel is actually a JBU AEG type barrel, and inside I have a CNC hop-up that uses AEG barrels and AEG buckings. It's amazing because it opens up your barrel availability epically. Alright, so let's set that aside. We're going to set this in front of me with the rest of these little parts and doohickeys I've got before me. Bear with me here real quick. I'm going to switch down my view here. Okay. Now before we get started, let me just flip some things around here. There we go. Okay. First, we're going to go over the big guy here. This is not the stock buffer, but you get one similar. It is a metal buffer that you get. This one's it's an aftermarket one. It's like I said, I think the only difference is the rubber on the WOC one was a little bit more than this one, but that's it. It's relatively light. I would say actually the plastic buffer in my LM4 is heavier than this one. And as you can see, it's already starting to take wear on the top of it. But this is not a G&P part, so we're just going to set that aside. This is the recoil spring. Not bad for stock spring. Okay, now internally, this is where I start having some gripes. As you can see, that already has a chip in it right there. That is actually a replacement. That's my buffer lock, and this be the piece I'm talking about here. You can see that chip missing out of it. This right here is the original buffer lock. I had the gun together. I went outside, fired it twice. Well, 2 mags. I mean, I put 2 mags through the gun, came back in to relube it. I opened up the gun, and the buffer shot out at me because this was already broken. I contacted Evike. They were more than happy after I sent them pictures. They were more than happy to replace it with another one, but the same one's, that one's doing the same thing, just it hasn't completely gone yet. Let me zoom in on this because you need to see why I am extremely disappointed with this being a G&P. I'll see. Can't tell if you can see what that is, but that right there is nasty ass pot metal. Okay, that's unexcusable in a G&P gun. I'm sorry. I mean, I've seen G&P AEGs, and their internals and their externals are built beautifully. They're good metals. They're smooth. They're typically not this pot metal crap. This disappointed me, and you'll see more disappoint coming up with that. Other than that, on the lower, not too bad. Seeing a little damage here on the bolt catch. There was actually originally a little piece here. It was a little block right in here. It's gone. It popped out of there. I don't know exactly what it was there for, but I can tell you that the gun does function, and everything works just fine with it missing. The bolt catches perfectly fine. The gun will only safety when the hammer's back. That is that's nice. I mean, that's realistic, as you can see. Now, other than that, it's pretty solid down here in the bottom. Like I said, my major gripes are with the buffer lock down here and this bolt catch issue right here. I don't understand why shit was breaking. Gun's been properly lubed. The other thing that I am noticing that scares me is the wear on the hammer. I'm gonna focus in on this. Can you see it already? There's like a chunk right there, and this excess wear. This gun has been used a lot less than my LM4, but if you'll remember, if you've watched the video when I went over the gas blowback rifle basics, that had a roller bearing. Now, there's usually a big war going on about G&P versus KWA. Well, I can tell you what, right there, they get points. There's no roller bearing here. That is just straight contact, made to wear, cheap. It's disappointing. Okay, we're gonna move on here. Set that aside. Alright, we're gonna move. We'll go to the charging handle now. This is actually really nice. I can't remember what this design is, but I really do like this. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the gun is the charging handle. I love the size of it. If there was a way I could modify this to work in my KWA, I'd actually put this in my KWA because I use it a bit more. But this is a definite plus. I like this. Alright. To the Bolton Carrier. As you can see, this has been lubed plenty of times, and it's sticky. Everything is plastic. The back is plastic. The even scarier thing is, you can't see it right now in the gun, but I will pull out an extra one that I have right here. You get 2 valves with the gun that you can choose, a low power and a high power. This being the low power, plastic valves. I can't stand plastic valves. I can't. Plastic everywhere. You can see the nozzle is beat. Once again, I say this gun has not been used very much. Can you see how chewed up that is? Let's get some more light in there so you can see that. Can you see that? It's warped, disfigured, and beat. This gun, I have but one mag for, the mag that came with it. It's the only challenge kit that actually comes with a mag. And it's maybe seen a total of 20 mags through it. 38 BBs a pop. And the nozzle's already that damaged. It's still completely functioning. Nozzles, the plastic nozzles, are built as a wear piece, and they are cheap to replace, don't get me wrong. But again, I would have liked to have seen more from G&P. Alright. Retaining clip. Surprise, surprise. You can get it out of there. It's made of plastic, like most other gas blowbacks. No complaint there. Most of them are like that. This one's just a bit tougher to get in. There we go. Okay, so that's the bolt. Now, my biggest gripe about this gun was the stock hop-up. This has to be the most terrible piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. You see that right there? One single BB jam caused complete destruction of the loading end of the hop-up. And yeah, look at that. Even that end broke too. That's how beat the shit this was. This broke right around the time that my buffer lock broke. Now, I wasn't gonna push my luck. I dealt with this because the gun still functioned fine. It loaded BBs fine. It fired fine. The hop-up functioned fine as long as I didn't take it apart. But as you can see, this is destroyed. And this is made from the same material as that buffer, that junk pot metal. G&P, what were you thinking? But like I said, I replaced the hop-up in there with a CNC model that takes AEG barrels, because I like the ability to take AEG barrels. It opens up your variety. But the last thing we're gonna go, basic thing we're gonna go over here was the actual inner barrel that came with the gun. I have no complaints here. This was a very clean, precise barrel. I think they ran 608s in the G&Ps. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the barrel was good build quality. The bucking also was good build quality. It was a nice in between the hard and it wasn't too soft, wasn't too hard. Right now in the gun I have a soft system of bucking, and it works beautifully, matched along with that 6.01 barrel. So I'm just going to do a basic overview of the gun. I'm not saying it isn't worth the money. It's $280, and you get what I would consider a great base gun to upgrade. I would not recommend buying this gun if you're looking just to run it as is. You definitely want to plan on some upgrades. For one, I would recommend a steel buffer lock. You can get them for between $10 and $20 between E-Vike, Tiger, Tactical. I think Airsoft Atlanta also carries them every once in a while. The hop-up is typically a little bit more difficult to find. E-Vike does have them every once in a while. Tiger Tactical also has them. I bought mine from Tiger Tactical. It works great. It's amazing. It's a little tricky to put together, but I do plan on doing a video for that in the future. Another thing I do plan on doing in the future, don't get too excited yet because I don't have the money to buy one, is I plan on doing a build video. Actually building the challenge kit. I plan on buying probably just one of the Skull Frog kits, a $200 kit. I'm not going to spend another $280 and get one of these kits. But I'm probably going to spend the $200, get the Skull Frog kit, and I will build it for you. And we're going to record it, and we'll do it together. Because remember, that was one of my things when I first was looking at these challenge kits originally over a year ago. A long time, actually it was 2 years ago I was looking at them. But I didn't know how to put it together. But I do have one thing that I was very, very, very happy about. The instruction booklet to put this gun together is quite nice. Again, I still recommend you have a little experience with gas blowbacks before you dive into one of these, because the manual is written good, but there will be some times you might get a little stuck through it and you just don't know what to do, and you hope for the best. So okay, I hope this video didn't necessarily turn you off of the challenge kit, because I do like this gun. I'm a big fan of it, but I wish I had known what to be ready for, because I will tell you this right now, I would have still bought it. It was just at the same time, I would have bought the new hop-up, I would have bought a new buffer lock, I would have taken care of that stuff right away. There are plenty of upgrade parts available for this gun. Like any G&P gun, it is WA compatible, which means RA Tech has all kinds of amazing internals for you. They have bolts, they have metal nozzles, nice aluminum nozzles, beauties. They have end pass kits. They've got everything. They've got I would not recommend really any Angry Gun stuff. RA Tech is the way to go. Okay, one last thing. I had an issue with the mag. As you can see, my mag is a little chewed up. I did that on purpose, because this gun with this nozzle, when it would come to ride across it, when it would come in, swooping through, loading a BB, it couldn't make it up to seat. It would stick right there. Bad thing, because every time I'd shoot, I'd either have to push the forward assist to get it to go through, or I'd have to rack it back again to get it to go forward. That was a big issue, so I literally had to sand this rubber down. This is the only mag I've put through the gun. I haven't had any other, I'm sorry, I correct myself. I've had one other mag I've had a chance to put through, another G&P mag, and it did function. It worked fine, so maybe that was a isolated issue with this particular G&P mag, but like I said, I want to just keep you guys informed. And again, I'm not saying don't buy the gun. I'm saying just be prepared. The gun is a good gun. It's a great base gun. The externals on it are amazing. You get all kinds of nice furniture on it. I mean, the hand grip, the body, the stock, and the hand guards alone. I mean, that right there, that's what, 40, 70, 100, probably, that's almost $200 right there in parts, just the mag pull on the gun. Then you throw in the $65 mag, your internals are pretty much free. So that's why I say it's worth it. One last thing I want to mention, I know I've said that a few times, but the gun has a good, crisp recoil. You feel it when you shoot it. It is quite accurate from the factory. It's not very gas efficient. The gas well inside the mag isn't that big. About 5 seconds fills it, unlike the KWA, which takes like 12 seconds to fill it. But I plan on doing a side-by-side comparison of the LM4 versus the WOC G&P. So that should be interesting. We'll do a lot of comparisons and whatnot. So I hope this video helped you, and I hope it does not turn you off of the gun. It's worth the buy. In the future, please keep an eye on the channel, because we will have, I promise you this, we will have a how-to video on how to assemble one of the G&P challenge kits. I promise you that. I feel that is information that needs to be out there and readily available for the novice gas blowback user that has maybe owned one in their life and wants to build one. Well, I'm going to help you out. So, this is EC. I hope you keep watching my videos and you get ready for more coming up. Thanks a lot. Later, guys.